Welcome to Sportpen.
Great to be here.
Get ready because we're diving headfirst into the electrifying saga of the 1990s Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, yeah?
This wasn't just a football team racking up wins. They were, a cultural phenomenon, a force that kind of redefined cool in sports and beyond.
Absolutely. They really transcended the game itself.
We're going to unpack the pivotal moments, the sheer will, and those unforgettable plays that cemented their legendary status.
And figure out what really makes a team great, how they rewrite the story.
Exactly. Our goal is to understand that magic formula, how certain teams just change everything.
It's a story brimming with ambition, a galaxy of talent, and, well, a Texas-sized dose of confidence, maybe.
Definitely some confidence there.
But beyond the scores, we're looking at the fascinating chemistry, sometimes volatile, sometimes magical, that powered a dynasty.
And the pressures, right? The things that can pull even the strongest teams apart eventually.
Yeah, that too. It's all part of the story.
Okay, so let's rewind. Late 80s. The Cowboys. They were in a rough spot, weren't they?
Oh, absolutely. A really tough stretch for the franchise.
And then comes Jerry Jones in 89. Buys the team. And his first big move, well, it definitely shook things up.
Understatement of the year. Firing Tom Landry.
Yeah.
The only coach the team had ever known.
Wow.
It sent shockwaves. Seriously. It wasn't just a coaching change. It signaled this fundamental shift.
Jones was making it clear he was running the show now.
Right. Calling the shots.
And look, Landry himself apparently admitted his performance might have been slipping a bit.
Okay.
But the way it happened so abruptly, it definitely left a mark. Set the tone for this new era of very involved ownership.
And then enters Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
A total contrast to the iconic Landry fedora.
Completely different, yeah. Came from a very different world.
Tell us about him.
Well, he grew up poor in segregated Texas, played undersized nose guard at Arkansas, actually, with Jerry Jones and Barry Switzer.
Oh, interesting connection there already.
Yeah. And he initially planned to study psychology, which maybe hints at that analytical mind he had.
His success at Miami was undeniable, but controversial too.
Yeah.
He knew how to recruit top talent. Didn't matter the background.
Right.
His teams were known for just dominating, sometimes running up scores, which didn't always make friends.
Huh, I bet.
He had a reputation. Intense. Pork-faced Satan, some called him, apparently. But the bottom line, he knew how to win.
And he takes over a team that was really, really struggling. What was their record just before he arrived?
Dismal. Just dismal. They finished 115 in 1989.
Ouch.
And that followed another bad season. So, yeah, a far cry from the glory days.
But the silver lining in that darkness
Was the #1 overall draft pick. Finally.
which is funny because hadn't they traded away their first rounder the year before?
They had. Yeah, that's a little footnote there.
Yeah.
But they got the top pick back when it really mattered.
And they used it to draft a certain quarterback from UCLA, Troy Aikman.
Yep. The cornerstone.
What's his backstory? He wasn't always destined for QB greatness, was he?
Not exactly. He actually overcame a clubfoot as a kid.
Yeah.
And on the field, incredible talent, but off it. Known to be pretty reserved, maybe even a bit anxious. Interestingly, Barry Switzer recruited him first at Oklahoma before he transferred to UCLA.
Small world in football.
It really is. And his contract negotiation with agent Lee Steinberg, that was very public. Jones was out there saying Aikman might be too expensive.
Playing hardball.
Maybe comparing him to Vinny Testaverde is a big deal at the time. You wonder if that was a negotiation tactic, making it public like that.
Could be. But Johnson clearly saw the potential. And his strategy for rebuilding, it wasn't just about Aikman, was it?
Oh, not at all. Johnson was kind of a draft wizard.
Yeah.
After Aikman, he just kept hitting.
Like who?
Emmitt Smith in 90. Huge.
Yeah.
Then Russell Maryland and Eric Williams in 91, Darren Woodson in 92, just building blocks, foundational players.
Right.
And he blended them so well with the guys already there, Michael Irvin, Nate Newton, Mark Tuinei. Plus key veteran additions like Jay Novacek and Charles Haley.
Haley was a big get.
Huge. It was a really smart, meticulous rebuild, planned and executed.
And speaking of bold moves, you absolutely cannot talk about this dynasty without mentioning the Herschel Walker trade.
Oh, boy. The trade.
There's something else.
A seismic event, truly. Johnson, he preferred a different style of running back. He wanted shiftier guys, more agility, maybe not Walker's pure power style.
Okay, so it was a football decision, fundamentally.
Fundamentally, yeah. But trading a star like Walker for that mountain of draft picks and players, unprecedented.
People must have thought he was crazy.
Oh, the criticism was immediate. Fierce. But look how it turned out. Those picks became Smith, Maryland, Kevin Smith, Darren Woodson.
The core of the dynasty.
Exactly. And the funny part, apparently some internal miscommunication with the Vikings helped the whole thing go through.
No way! Really?
Yeah, one of those weird twists of fate.
It's amazing how one trade, one moment can just completely reshape a franchise's future like that. And then you see the emergence of the legendary triplet, Aikman, Smith, and Irvin. That chemistry they had.
Undeniable.
Yeah.
They became the heart and soul of that Cowboys offense, that whole juggernaut. Each bringing something different.
Totally. Aikman, the cool, collected field general, making the reads. Smith, just relentless, dependable, breaking records left and right.
Mm-hmm.
And Irvin, the playmaker. Fiery competitor, emotional leader, making those impossible catches.
They were just iconic together.
The faces of the dynasty, no question. Their skills just meshed perfectly, almost unstoppable when they were clicking.
And you could really feel the pieces clicking in 92, right? Even if the season started a little unevenly.
It did. A bit of a slow start, yeah. And remember that Week 8 game against Philly? They were down at halftime.
Yeah.
But then Emmitt Smith just took over.
Yeah.
Ran wild. Showed what he could do.
Yeah.
They had a little loss to the Rams, a close call against the Cardinals, but then something just shifted. They found that next gear.
And it culminated in the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl X6-7 against the Bills. Utter domination. 52-17. It's just a blowout.
Total blowout. Even Leon Lett's premature celebration fumble.
Oh, poor Leon Lett.
Huh. As funny as it is looking back, even that couldn't really overshadow what a statement win it was. And they owned the NFC East that year, 7-1 record. They were in command.
And that win set up more battles with their big rivals, the San Francisco 49ers. That rivalry just got reheated, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely. A classic rivalry steeped in history.
So many big games between them.
Yeah, they've played each other in the playoffs more than almost any other pair of teams. You think back to the early 70s NFC championships.
Right.
Then the catch in 81. Iconic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And renewing it in the 90s was just electric. That 92 NFC championship game at Candlestick, Cowboys win 30-20.
That felt huge.
It felt like a symbolic passing of the torch, It basically ended the Niners' 80s dynasty. And kind of poetically, it was Joe Montana's last game as a 49er.
Wow. End of an era.
It's like these two teams were just destined to mark the end of each other's dominance at different times.
Incredible. And what was it about Jimmy Johnson's coaching style, his philosophy, that really pushed them over the top?
Johnson was big on belief, the power of belief itself. He really fostered what psychologists call the Pygmalion effect.
Okay, what's that?
The idea that if you hold really high expectations for people, they're more likely to rise up and meet them.
Ah, right.
He basically created these self-fulfilling prophecies. He instilled this, almost arrogant confidence in the team.
You could see it.
His famous line, "We're going to kick their ass because we're better." It wasn't just trash talk. It was their mindset.
He built that mentality.
Exactly. It wasn't just about having talented players. It was about forging this relentless, almost unbeatable winning attitude.
And that attitude, that talent, it led to a whole lot of hardware, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. 3 Super Bowls in 4 years. That's about as dominant as it gets in the NFL.
Truly a dynasty.
Absolutely. From 93 to 96, they were the gold standard. Super Bowls XXVII, XXVIII, and XXX.
And great regular seasons, too.
Consistently great. Back-to-back 12-win seasons in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Just sustained excellence.
But then, after that second Super Bowl win, Super Bowl XXVIII, another huge turning point, Johnson leaves.
Yeah. That always felt a bit abrupt. Messy, even.
What happened there? Ego clash?
Seems like it. A clash of egos between Johnson and Jerry Jones from most accounts. Plus, Johnson had been kind of publicly keeping his options open, looking at other jobs.
Which probably didn't sit well with Jones.
Likely not, with an owner as hands-on and invested as Jerry. So yeah, a really controversial split right at the absolute peak of their success.
Makes you wonder what could have been.
It really does. Raises questions about power, personality, ego, all that stuff in dynasty building.
And so in steps, Barry Switzer. Another Oklahoma connection for Jones, but a very different vibe from Jimmy Johnson.
Oh, totally different. Much more laid-back approach.
Right.
Switzer had huge success at Oklahoma, national championships.
Yeah.
But he'd been out of coaching for 5 years.
5 years. Wow.
And the story goes, he reportedly didn't even know who was in the Cowboys division when he got hired.
You're kidding.
That's the legend. Anyway.
Yeah.
But despite that more relaxed style, maybe because of it, who knows, he still managed to guide them to Super Bowl XXX.
Against the Steelers.
Yep, beat the Steelers. Emmitt Smith had a monster game, MVP performance.
Mm-hmm.
And that win put Switzer And really rare company coaches who've won both a college national title and a Super Bowl. Only 3 guys have done it.
Impressive, regardless of how it happened.
Definitely.
But it does feel like Super Bowl XXX was kind of the last hurrah for that specific group, that dynasty feel. Things started to decline after that.
Yeah, it felt that way. Combination of things, probably. Free agency, age, maybe that intense drive, the strict discipline of the Johnson era. It just started to fade a bit.
The magic couldn't last forever.
Rarely does in sports.
Now, this team wasn't just winning games. They became America's team. Where did that whole label come from, and why did it stick so profoundly?
That nickname actually goes back to the 1970s.
Yeah.
NFL Films producer Bob Ryan coined it.
Oh, earlier than the 90s dynasty then.
Yeah. It reflected their early success under Landry, their widespread national appeal. They had stars. They were on TV a lot. During kind of uncertain times in the country, they seemed to embody certain traditional American values for some people.
Interesting.
And the Cowboys organization, especially under Jones, brilliantly leveraged that brand. Through success, obviously, but also smart marketing, innovation, like the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, becoming this global phenomenon.
Right, the cheerleaders were huge.
Shrewd financial moves. And they just kept winning in the 90s, which solidified it.
Yeah.
Even now, they're arguably still the most popular, most valuable team. Astronomical valuation.
It's an incredibly powerful brand, and you can't talk about America's team in the 90s without really spotlighting the individual brilliance of the triplet again. They weren't just great players, they felt larger than life.
Absolutely. Pillars of that dynasty.
Yeah.
Troy Aikman, so smart, so poised, the architect on the field. Emmitt Smith, his durability was just incredible. So dependable, breaking Walter Payton's rushing record, Super Bowl XX MVP, just legendary consistency.
It's clutch.
Totally. And Michael Irvin, the heart and soul, passionate leader, brought guys from different backgrounds together in that locker room, and just electric on the field, a true playmaker.
All 3 in the Hall of Fame now, of course.
Deservedly so. Their impact was immense.
Even their special teams unit, which you don't always think about, but they were pretty solid during that run, weren't they?
Yeah, generally considered a strong, reliable unit. Guys like kicker Lynn Elliott, long snapper Dale Hellestry, they did their jobs consistently. It really was a complete team effort. All phases complemented each other.
So when you look back at that whole incredible run, what do you think really defined their greatness?
Yeah.
What was that secret sauce?
It was that powerful synergy, I think. You obviously had exceptional individual talent, maybe some of the best ever at key positions. But it was amplified by strategic, demanding coaching first Johnson, then Switzer kept it going. Plus, that unwavering belief they could win any game against anyone.
That confidence Johnson instilled.
Exactly. And the ability to perform under the brightest lights, the highest pressure, that's crucial. Team cohesion, leadership, on and off the field. It all came together.
They didn't just win, they captured the country's imagination.
They really did.
And it's just fascinating to see those contrasting coaching styles. Landry, the stoic legend, Johnson, the intense motivator, Switzer, the more relaxed guy.
Right. Each contributed in their own unique way to the Cowboys' overall story, their different legacies.
Landry built the foundation, the tradition.
Johnson injected that fire, that win-at-all-costs mentality, built the talent base. And Switzer, somehow, kept the train on the tracks for one more championship, even with that different approach.
It really highlights how many factors go into building and sustaining a dynasty. Ownership management, coaching personalities, player chemistry.
And the potential pitfalls, too, right? Ego, interference. It's all in there.
It's a story just packed with so much drama, so many outsized personalities, the rise, the absolute peak, and then the gradual unraveling. It's just captivating stuff.
It truly is. The 1990s Dallas Cowboys, they remain a benchmark. When you talk about sustained excellence in the NFL, they're always in the conversation. Their journey, the triumphs, the drama, those moments everyone remembers is still a touchstone for football fans.
And the fact that we're still here talking about it, dissecting it, debating their place in history, comparing current teams to them, that really speaks volumes about the enduring power, the lasting impact of that legendary era.
Absolutely. They set a standard that still resonates today. A truly iconic team.
Well, this has been a fantastic look back. Thanks for taking this deep dive into the dynasty of the 1990s Dallas Cowboys.
My pleasure. Always fascinating to revisit that era.
Thanks for listening to Sportpen.